guilty pleasure of my wife and I. So we love to watch us some reality TV. We've watched, I think, all of the Bachelor, Bachelorettes, the Bachelor in Paradises. So Bachelor in Paradise in particular, I got a question. Is it as awesome as it looks, or is it like when the cameras are off, you're constantly swatting flies and you're in danger of getting eaten by an iguana and it's hot and it's sticky? What's the real deal there?
Well, it definitely is hot, man. I'll tell you. I mean, so little tidbit behind the scenes. There's like coolers, so many coolers everywhere with Pedialyte, Gatorade, water. I mean, probably like every few hundred feet, because it's so hot. And to get from one place to another on that island, I mean, you got to, spend some time in the sun. So they definitely keep you fully hydrated as much as you can be. And no iguanas, but there are some weird animals that come out in the middle of the night. Don't know what they are still to this day. But yeah, man, it's interesting, but it's a great time, man. Definitely one for the books as far as memories is concerned.
And now, who are you? So I'm trying to remember. There's been, they run together. Were you paired up with somebody?
Yeah. So I paired up on The Bachelor in Paradise, and then I ended up getting engaged, believe it or not, on the show. And then a year later, I ended up getting married. Yeah. Wild times, man.
Was it Crystal?
Yeah, Crystal.
Yes, I remember now.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you guys are you still together? You're not together?
Nah, man, not right now. Currently, nah.
Okay. Listen, man, no judgment here. Life is tough, and relationships are tough. That's why it's one of the 5 cores. So, dude, let's get into it. Let's talk about this book, how it came about, how you and Eric got together on it. Why don't you just kind of rap with me?
Yeah. I mean, first off, here I'll go ahead and put it up there. It's right here. Nice little bad boy.
Nice. It's backwards, but I think people can probably translate.
Well, yeah. So, it started, to be honest with you, man. In February, I had came from San Diego to Orlando, where I originally had lived for quite a few years before I moved out to the West Coast. And I was talking with Eric when we knew that isolation and the stay-at-home order would start coming into play. And obviously, him and I, for the last couple of years, have always bounced around each other's practices, our methodologies, exercises that we do on a day-to-day basis to not only help us mentally, but spiritually and emotionally as well. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, your mental state is your number one priority in order to live the life that you want to live. And we knew that given being on the show where they isolate you and take away things to where you're kind of only in your own thoughts, we knew that there could be troublesome for a lot of people, whether it was self-doubt, fear, scarcity because of losing a job, or just depression or anxiety. We knew that if we could put something together to help people not only kind of elevate the way that they think, but put them in a position to, quote unquote, reclaim your power, they could fight through this and live the life they want to live. But it's not just people who are going through a pandemic. I mean, it's basically people who go through a pandemic in their own lives, that eternal warfare. So, I mean, the motivation was we need to help people, but then we also realized that this was a purpose that needed to be served in life, because it is a topic that a lot of people are scared to talk about. And it is a situation where people who go through issues mentally, emotionally, they kind of keep it to themselves. That kind of turns into stored trauma. Then you start feeling things, whether it's psychosomatic or emotional. And so just giving someone a common safe ground to identify who they are, where they want to be in life, and where they want to go. And that was kind of how it all really manifested.
Wow, good for you guys. So I mentioned briefly there, there's a lot of different ways to go through life. And you get to a point in your life where if you're just one of those takers and you're not giving back at all, you realize that it's a very shallow existence and it's not nearly as gratifying. And even when you get the things that you're trying to take, it's a hollow type thing. And when you start actually like kind of stepping back, looking at the big picture, shining a spotlight on your life and kind of like, okay, what's important to me? What do I want to do with my time on this earth? What legacy do I want? Is life going to be better or worse for having me in it? And then you start kind of taking action on those types of things. That there's no better feeling, right? And so you guys just launched your book. Is that correct?
We just launched it not too long ago. It's now available. The hard copies are available online, and then hopefully within like the next month or two is what we've been pushing for it to be in stores. So you know, you're going to be able to get it in a variety of ways. But right now, the best way to get it and the fastest way to get it would be on Amazon. And the book is called Transformation.